And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Saturday episode of Grade A Power Plays on the Grade A Fantasy channel. Happy Saturday! Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. Whether if you went out of work if you went out after work yesterday, leading into this long 3-day weekend, I already started taking notes on what I like here. So let's get ready for another bunch of picks and parlays that we could actually attack. But let's get right into it. Last night, Buffalo laid the egg. I should have known better not to trust Buffalo or either one of those goalies in the first place. But we did still profit if you did tail everything here. Funny thing is, opposite of the Eklund taking away the point, I actually had to call Fan Duel because they actually had Victor Olofsson as a loss. Even on ESPN and on FanDuel's box score, he clearly had a one in the assist column. So, had to call FanDuel. But I will give props to them because they were able to fix that problem. They initially said, yeah, we'll get back to you with your corresponding email. No, they literally just fixed it within like 30-something minutes. So, big props to them. Thomas, Hurdle, Olofsson, both of them were plus money, so that hit. Then Olofsson by himself. Hurdle didn't get the power play point, but Dorofeev did get the power play point, so that helped out with the little sprinkle. And then after that, there goes Hurdle with the point by himself. And then as you can see there, Tuck got a point late, but no Cousins. Everything else here just pooped out. So, but we still profited with everything there. Let's get right into what I like today. There is a slate starting early. Right now, it's I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jersey's at home to Philly right now. That's literally the first game of the day. And then by the time they're done, there's a group of games starting around like 3, 3:30, and 4. But the first game that I'm attacking today is an island game, not part of the main slate. It will be a single game both on DK and DraftKings. And we will be talking about the Ducks at Florida, which is why Gustav Forsling is on the cover page of this video. Why is Gustav Forsling up there? Because, once again, we're going with the shot ladder. Gustav Forsling, once again, will have the ability to take most of the shots, even though, yes, he's not on the power play. They have Belinkis and Kulikov and all these other guys there to do that, but with Ekblad already ruled out, he's not going to be back for a while. Gustav Forsling in the last, 5 games, or basically since the 8th, since Ekblad has been out, minimum 23, maximum 26, which means there's a possibility for even 27, maybe even 28 minutes. But I would say maybe give him an extra minute max too. On top of that, we have, since Ekblad has been out, Gustav Forsling has had 3, 2, 3, 4, and 3 shots on goals. So obviously, with the Anaheim shot funnel, you can actually raise that to 1 or 2. I think I already did what I needed to do, and this time I did the ladder properly. Instead of putting all 10s, I sprinkled the 5 on the 5 shots. He's basically the same price as Victor Hedman, as you see here, and I'll get into those other picks. Forsling at 250. I think Hedman was like 260. Gustav Forsling plus 100. Over 2.5, and I did the 3. So the minute he hits 3, I'm getting it twice or whatever. So that's a nice start of the day or whatever. But with that being said, we're attacking the Anaheim funnel. With no Ekblad, once again, he will definitely be playing a lot of minutes, and he should be able to definitely, without a doubt, generate some points. Now, he's not on the power play. But what's interesting is what you have to realize too. What do I always say? And the Devils already got on the board. What do I always say about the defensemen that had the ability to generate? They definitely have the ability to get some points on the board. So what would I like to do today? I actually look, Forsling could score, he could also assist. But here's the thing. It's just safer to get the point. Because, if Forsling scores and you pick assists, you're pretty much screwed or whatever. So, Forsling just for a point is plus 136. But if you want to actually take the risk and actually go for Forsling for an assist, is plus 200. So, you already know how that goes. He hits the front of the net, goalie can't control the rebound, and somebody taps it in. He plays on the top line. He's part of the top pair. So who's crashing that net, or who is he swinging it to the side 5-on-5, or feeding it into, dumping chase? Barkov, Reinhardt. He's not on the power play, but as long as you on the ice with Barkov and Reinhardt, you're definitely looking at an assist. So either way, it's looking good. And I did do some notes earlier. The assist drop. This was plus 200 on my notes. Is now plus 196. And when I was taking my notes earlier, his points looked like it stayed the same. No, that also dropped. It was plus 142, plus 136. So if it trends that way, this is something that we need to take soon before it probably drops. It's not going to drop. It's way too high to drop into negative money. But starting at plus 146 and now plus 126, 142, going down possibly to probably plus 120, losing a bit of value, but still on the plus side. So Forsling, definitely a play that I'm looking forward to attack. Now, within this same game, I'm about to say Miami. Florida has started to, in the beginning of the season, they were more of a defensive team and not giving up that many penalties. Now, Florida has become the second most penalized team in the league. They are catching up, and they're getting back to their habits of last year, being highly penalized. And they're giving up a lot of penalties. So when we go to my bets, why is the reason am I taking, and I'm sprinkling them because they're all great odds. 5 of Vetrano, Terry, Lancome, Strome, the main guys. And Leo Carlson's also 600 like Lancome. But why am I taking a sprinkle on the power play? Even though, yes, most of their point props are also plus money. Well, they're on the road. Strome, Vetrano, Terry are going to see Barkov and Reinhardt on 505. But when it comes to the power play opportunity, in the last 5 games, Florida has 54 penalty minutes and they've given up 8 power play goals. So this is definitely worth a sprinkle, and most of these guys can correlate. They will get the chances even on the road. 5-on-5, I don't like it against Barkov. But Barkov is also part of the penalty kill, but the penalty kill for Florida has gone down. They are not as efficient as they were this year. They're another team like Calgary, like Nashville. There's teams that were middle of the pack, in the teens, mid-teens, that are rising up. Florida has basically caught up to Boston. Boston still leads the league in minutes. Florida has caught up so much that they're only 13 total penalty minutes behind. The only difference between Florida and Boston, Florida still has a better penalty kill, but Florida's penalty kill has still dropped sub 80 now to 78.6. Earlier in the season, they were nearing the top 10, but they stayed in the teens, and then like bit by bit, like Calgary, they keep rising and rising and rising, and they actually passed Calgary, who was already 7th, got the 3rd, but Florida has passed them. So because of the fact that Florida's getting back to old habits and giving up a lot of power plays, this is worth a sprinkle. So Lancome, I did do a sprinkle. For me, it's basically a half. You know how I do it. If anything other than that, I will be adding Forsling for the assist, or it's Forsling point. As long as he gets an assist or a score, Forsling point is still plus money. And then on top of that, if there's anything else that I would like to focus on today when it comes to the main part of games, let's get to the Winnipeg game. Winnipeg at home. Now, the interesting thing is with Winnipeg, and I do like, other games at 7 o'clock too. I do like Detroit, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is another team that's susceptible to giving up power play goals. If it's not Winnipeg's power play, I think the second best power play in the last 2 weeks is definitely Detroit. So you can definitely take an eye on that. I like Minnesota and Nashville because Nashville is rising up in penalties. Nashville just got into the top 10 with their penalty minutes. Now with UC Soros, they still have a decent penalty kill. But Minnesota doesn't give up that many minutes, but they definitely are in the bottom 3 of penalty kill percentage. The only thing is we really can't take advantage of much. There's probably line combinations that get you better prices than this. But it's still something interesting to try and take advantage of and think about. I definitely see 2 power play goals, maybe 1 each on both sides in that game. You got the Blues and Utah, but let's go. And before we end this video, where are they? So right here. So this is interesting. Once again, the hottest team, hottest offense, that line 1, as you can see, their points do not add up to a damn thing. If you're doing anything, you're hoping maybe 5-on-5 or on the power play, Morrissey goes to Velarde. Because Morrissey and Velarde is plus 139. That's the best value you're going to get with the top unit. Morrissey skates with the top unit mostly. Other than that, Ehlers is 166, but there's only correlation on power play because Ehlers is on the second line. Scheifele, Connor sniffing minus 300. So when we go to the power play, which once again, Calgary has risen to number 3. When they were already in the low teens, getting into the top 10, and then they stayed around 7 for a while. Now they jumped to 3 with a bad penalty kill. So what do I like here? I did a comparison. You can't get up to 2 power play points, which this game they can. So you're either going to go Kyle Connor, 165, Velarde 200, Scheifele. If anything, I like Morrissey for plus 260. And by the way, obviously, since they're heavy favorites, you can't get Morrissey. Oh, you can get Morrissey for plus 100. I think I'm going to do that. Because when I was doing research earlier, that was not the thing. That was not plus money earlier. So I'm going to take advantage of that now. I think he'll get an assist on the power play. But look at these power play points. So when it comes to that top group, I mean, Morrissey, decent value, plus 260. And it's still good value for Morrissey, too. Close to 300. Because there's a lot of times that the top line, fully correlated, still finds themselves after Morrissey sets them up. And they find each other crashing the net, cutting to the net. So there's plenty of power plays that Velarde, Scheifele, and Connor, after the dump in and pass to the side, that they find each other. And then they correlate with extra passes, which leaves Morrissey out. Morrissey is an option. But with the capabilities, and they've won this game earlier against the better goalie, Dustin Wolf. So it really doesn't matter who the goalie is. What matters is when it was a 5-3 game, they got a power play. They were able to get a second line goal, but the lower line attacked Calgary because, hey, everything can't be perfect. They're on last change, and the top line was somewhat suppressed by the backline line. Now that they're at home, on the road they won 5-3. At home, they should probably do the same thing, but I think it's going to be more the top line, and they'll make sure that they'll get the better matchups. They're definitely one of the lines that, instead of avoiding the top line, playing second, third, and fourth, Winnipeg will definitely, without a doubt, aim to get to the third and fourth line, maybe even the top line, because the backline line is the second line. Even though they jumble up the matchups, Coleman and Backlund play with each other on the second line. So Winnipeg 1 is going to go and run over the bottom 6. So the option that I like, even though the power play is optional, it is an option. What I actually like here is maybe parlaying, going different with 2 points. Kyle Connor is plus 200 when he's plus 165 for a power play point. Mark Scheifele for 2 points is plus 235 when he's 200 for 1 power play point. Josh Morrissey plus 360 for 2 points when he's plus 260 for a power play, and Gabriel Velarde plus 370. So I actually like either parlaying or single betting some of these pairs right here. On Fan Duel, you can parlay 2 points. You just can only pick one person for 3 points. But against Calgary's defense, I definitely like the option there. So it's either you're going to single or you're going to combine. If anything, more than likely, what am I most comfortable with? I think I like, if there's anything that I would like to combine, it's possibly what's most likely going to happen, Velarde and Connor, even though they might not hook up on the same play, power play 1 correlates, and they're the 2 most aggressive shooters out of that group 4 of the bunch. So I definitely like that. Or you could think Morrissey gets an assist or some points on 5-on-5, or maybe he scores. And then Velarde also part of some points with full correlated line 1 goals. So if you do that, Velarde and Morrissey, the highest values there, them together is plus 1,000. I'm going to definitely take a sprinkle on that. So more value, even though, yes, power play is viable, there's more viability in the 2 points than the power play points, because I really think Winnipeg can run up the score on these guys and get the 2 points. It's a risk. I definitely see power play points working, but there's more value in 2 points. So I'll definitely be sprinkling a combination of these. So that will be it for today's video. So once again, Gustav Forsling shot ladder, and then I'll also be looking for a point or the assist. And then with Winnipeg, they are viable for the power play, but there's more value in combining, singling, doing different combinations of 2 points against Calgary this afternoon or this evening. So this is Grade A Power Plays. Thank you for tuning in. This is Grade A Fantasy. Signing off. Good luck. Have a great 3-day weekend. And also, if you're playing the football slate, good luck to you. I won't be playing today's slate, or if you're playing the all weekend slate, good luck at the beginning of the journey. I'll be focusing on tomorrow's slate, and it's also fun to play the playoff game because with the way they set up the schedule, you got extra time to set up these lineups. So good luck, like and subscribe. Hope you keep tailing these picks. I think since I started the channel, we're definitely still up on units. I literally have to do a study and figure that out myself. But other than that, once again, this is Grade A Fantasy on Grade A Power Plays. Signing off. Good luck, everyone.